We've all heard people say print is dead. I'm going to tell you a story. So Sarah and Laura are sisters, and they live in separate cities, but they live away from home, similar to me and my co-founders. And they both feel bad that they don't keep in touch with their family members as often as they should. So Sarah ended up buying her grandma an iPad. Laura, on the other hand, made a photo book. Perfect. Grandma loved the iPad when she opened it the first time, but then she put it in a drawer and she never used it again. But the photo book, she loved the photo book. It ended up spending more time in her hands than it did on the coffee table. So we all know people love receiving photo books, obviously. So the question is, why don't we do it more often? Problem is, right now, photo books are complicated, they're time-consuming, and they're expensive. I'm Mike, and I'm co-founder of Kindred Prints. Our mission is to bring people closer together by changing the way they create and use photo books. We're doing this by making them incredibly simple, nearly automated, but for the price of a Starbucks latte. So, Sarah came up to San Francisco the other weekend to visit me, and this time she wants to make a Kindred photo book for her parents. So she logs into Kindred with Facebook, and we automatically pull her photos from Camera Roll, her photo streams, Instagram, and Facebook. So she can see not only her own photos, but all the photos that she's tagged in as well. So she picks the album from the weekend trip. Kindred automatically analyzes the photos, crops them to square images, and then she picks her favorite 18. In this case, she went up to a bunch of wineries, drove down Lombard Street, went to Pier 39, all the traditional San Francisco touristy things. She clicks next, and her book is practically done. What was that? Maybe 20 seconds. From here, she can review the layout. She can rearrange images. She can delete images, replace images. And then she can also add captions and notes on any page. In this case, on the second page, which is the inside cover, she wants to add a personal note to me. So she'll say, "Hey, Mike," and we're not going to type it out here, but we'll say, "Had a great time in San Francisco. Thanks for having me. Hope to see you again soon." She can also see full screen images, so she can make sure that her book looks good, and then she's on to the shipping page already. From here, she decides she wants to send it to mom and dad because she hasn't talked to them in a while. And then she also wants to send it to me. I'm not in her saved directory, but I'm in her contacts. So she finds me in her contacts, adds me, and I'm in there right there. Check marks me, and then onto the review screen. From here, we integrate with Stripe and Card.io to make this process as streamlined as possible. So all she has to do when she checks out the first time is take a picture of a credit card. We automatically pull that information, so we make the checkout process about 10 seconds long. Her info is already in our system, so she just clicks checkout, we verify her payment, and she's done. She just made a photo book in about a minute and a half, and it's on its way to her parents, and then to me as a small little thank you for having me. We're also excited to launch our referral program today. Because we believe so strongly in what we're doing, we're giving our users a free booklet for each person they refer who signs up, and for those people that sign up through the referral program, they also get their first booklet free. You can share this link via email, and then you can also post your booklet on Facebook so that then people can see it and come to us and then make their first booklet free. So, this is awesome. Made a booklet in about 90 seconds. I'm going to show you something even cooler, and David, I think you'll like this. We not only have regular photo book creation, but see that button that says Choose for Me? We have an algorithm that automatically analyzes photos on Facebook and Instagram, and we're going to do it right now. So I'm going to click that button. And what it does is it analyzes Facebook likes, comments, it analyzes the most popular photos, and it picks the top 40 for me and automatically selects the top 18. So my book's practically done in about 10 seconds. Here I go, and again, I can rearrange the photos. So this morning, you can see I posted a picture of my name tag here. Got a lot of likes and comments this morning. So automatically popped up in the automatic generation feature. I can rearrange the photos. You can see there's a dark one down here. I went to a wedding, posted a picture, got a lot of likes and comments from my friends. Not necessarily the best picture for a photo book, though. So I'm going to delete that, and let's select the group picture there in the middle. Perfect. And again, I can delete and replace images. I can add captions here. So in this case, it's going to Grandma, because I've made books for her recently, but I want to send another one because I feel like I haven't been the best grandson. And she's out in New York, and she just had her 90th birthday. So I'm going to say, "Hi, Grandma. Hope all is well. Sorry I haven't called home. Here's some pictures recently." Select Grandma, onto the review screen. Looks good. Check out, verifies payment, and I'm done in about a minute. It doesn't get much easier than that. And in a few days, Grandma gets her photo book, and a few minutes after that, guess what I get? A call of her crying, thanking me for the beautiful photo booklet that she thinks I spent hours making. Little does she know that I made it on my iPhone in about a minute. And I think our mail courier has arrived. Thank you. 2 photo books in about 2 minutes. It's incredible. With Kindred, we make it super simple and super cheap, low cost enough that you can make these on a regular basis. Here's some examples. Jill's a new mom, and Claire is growing up super fast. And she has a ton of pictures on her iPhone because that's what she uses at any convenient moment. But her parents and her grandparents are constantly asking for more pictures. So Claire takes these and she makes Kindred photo books on a weekly basis. She sends them to her parents and to her grandparents. She gets Daughter of the Year award. This is Alex and his girlfriend Joanne. They went to Hawaii recently on a weekend trip. It was short, but they wanted to capture the memories in a hard copy format. So they made a photo book on the way back from the airport, literally in the cab, and sent it to his parents, to her parents. He put a personalized note inside of them. He also got one for Joanne, and he got some extra boyfriend points. And then this is Scott. A little bit different variety here. Scott got married in June. And for Scott, he decided he wanted to send unique thank you cards because he knows that people typically just read them and then throw them away. He took his favorite pictures from the wedding, turned them into a Kindred photo book, and then sent these to all of his guests with a personalized note on the inside cover. Scott ended up getting a thank you card in response to his thank you card. I've never heard of somebody getting a thank you card in response to a thank you card, so it's kind of a never-ending cycle. So this is awesome, right? We can make these photo books super simply, really quick, right from your phone. But the real innovation here is the business model. Never again do you have to make a $40 photo book that's too expensive and that you spend hours agonizing over, because now we've got the cost down to $5 per booklet with our subscription model. That means that you can share everyday moments, all the little things, the weekend trips to Tahoe with your family members. You can share all the little moments every day with grandma and your parents. We're extremely excited to launch today on the App Store and Google Play. Everybody in the next week that downloads our app gets the first booklet free. So download Kindred Prints today, because after all, there's no faster, easier, cheaper way to send joy to those you love.
Okay. So, just by way of explanation, every year at all of our conference, and Cyan, you've been a judge many years in a row, we have multiple entrepreneurs get to the same place at the same time, and we actually love that because we think it means there's going to be a Google Yahoo or an Apple Google or something. So that's why we put both of them together. We love both products. We didn't think it would be fair to pick one over the other. But of course, Kindred is using the iPhone 5C, I see, in their marketing for this. So why don't we start with you, Desney, since you didn't get to go first yet. What are your thoughts on Kindred photo books on your phone, not your iPad?
I think you've already heard the panel excited by photo books. I'm going to ask the same question. The Choose For Me function, I think the success of these kinds of apps actually hinges quite a bit on the magic behind Choose For Me. Can you say a little bit more about what goes on behind there?
So right now what it does is it looks at likes and comments and does sort of like a sentiment analysis. So basically it picks the most popular pictures that your friends have already decided are the most popular pictures. We're also going to do some things where, like, let's say it's your friend's birthday, you can actually make a book of just you two based on the tags of the, and send them as like a birthday gift. So
we're also looking at metadata, so the next version is basically going to be able to look at copies of pictures, so if they're identical pictures or pictures that are taken within, let's say, a short time frame, like 30 seconds, and you have 10 pictures that are pretty much the same. We'll look at that, see which ones are blurry, get rid of those, and figure out which is the best one to include. That way you don't end up with 10 pictures in the photo book, you end up with that one that's the best. So we're working on that as the next revision.
I guess the other question was about the subscription model.
Yeah.
Can you say a little bit about why you decided to go with a subscription model?
Absolutely. So it's a little bit different. We decided to mix it up here. There's a couple reasons. So we want to make this something that you send to your grandparents, to your parents on a regular basis. And in order to do that, we got the price down to $5 per book. And we want to encourage them to do this monthly or even weekly in some cases. So we make a lot of the margins on the subscription. We make some margins on the books themselves, not necessarily to cover the business, but with the subscription model, we think we can.
So it's $5 a month for one book, or $5 a month enables you to pay $5 for one book?
Exactly.
So your
$5
first book is $10.
Correct.
So if you did 3 books, you would be in for $20. No, 3 books you'd be in for 15.
20, yeah, $15.
Oh, 15,
plus
because you don't get
the-
one for the thing. So it'd be 20.
Yep.
You'd be paying net $7.
Yeah, and it's a different approach to photo books. So traditionally they've been, they're relatively low margin, but they're high cover, hardcover, $40. It's a fancy gift. You do it once a year for Mother's Day or for Christmas. We're trying to turn this into a regular occurrence. It's a volume play more than anything.
Bridget, you make books, photo books. What do you think of photo books on your iPhone on the way back from vacation?
So I think that you, okay, so first of all, I think having to choose only 18 photos and having a soft cover limits you in terms of like who you're going after, but I also think it's a great idea. One, for myself, I would probably use this product with my kids' personalized books. A project that I did with my class is, you want to teach them counting, but you want, my son to be in every picture. So you're creating a personalized book for him. And then I love the idea about the weddings. I think that's an amazing, something to
We
get.
actually can do anywhere between 8 and 20 photos.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty flexible in terms of how many pages you get. But
Cyan, what do you think?
So is this product live?
yeah.
Yeah, it is right now.
So what's the breakage like? So I love subscription models. How many people don't use the service?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to say that's a great question. So we're testing right now with 100 beta users. We are literally only 3 months old, so we don't have long-term data, but a large majority are coming back for their second round. So we gave them their first booklet free, and multiple people are making more. We'll get that data as time goes on.
Okay.
TBD.
TBD.
David, and then Molly.
So I like the subscription model for the same reason I think Cyan does, but it creates a sort of a double opt-in or a little bit more complexity around the sign-up. Is there a way that you've bundled that together so it doesn't feel onerous?
Yeah.
Their first booklet is free, so they're literally only paying $5 when they order their first book.
Okay.
So, and we also have the option to pay one time if you're not interested. If you want to do get your first book, try it out, then we'll hit you hard again in a month and say, why don't you make another book, and then we'll make it base. The default is then the subscription.
So what are your cogs on a $5 book?
So the $5 includes everything, including the book, envelope, and shipping. So that's $5 delivered to them, and it's about $3.50 cogs. So we're making about 30% margin on the books themselves. We've partnered with really a top-notch printing company here that's doing, so we outsource all of the bookmaking, all the logistics. Eventually we'll outsource customer service to them as well. And as we get higher volume, those prices will come down even further.
Okay, Molly, photo books on your phone.
I'm glad as a feedback perspective that this is launching on the phone and not the iPad compared to Impress, because I think that is where all the phones live.
All the photos live?
I'm sorry, yes, where all the photos live. And so, so does your Magic choose, just as a clarification point, it also chooses from the photos on the phone in addition to Facebook, Instagram, and other services?
For now, just Instagram and Facebook, but within 2 or 3 weeks, we'll build out the rest of it.
Okay, and that will be a different algorithm, because I'm skeptical that, I feel like a lot of the Facebook photos that get likes and comments are not necessarily print-worthy.
Molly, that might
Or that,
be unique to your feed.
We're gonna-
throw the lanyard.
We'll have it for individual albums. So, for example, we already pull all of.
The dirty stuff.
That's Snapchat. Is it compatible with Snapchat?
Different photos.
They disappear online, but they're in a printed format forever.
Perfect.
We'll have it. Already, we access all of your photo streams. So, any photo stream album you make. So, let's say you took a trip to a certain place. You could say pick the best ones from this album, and it would then pick the top ones as we determine it based on focus and a couple other things in the metadata.
I want to love it. I love the UI and I love the ease of use. As a consumer, I'm skeptical about the subscription.
Okay.
We'll see.
Awesome. Let's hear it for Kindred. Well done.